Hello guys, how are you guys doing? It's me, Local Weather Network. It's been a while ever since my last video. I got a brand new microphone now. I got some other stuff coming in. I got some brand new headset coming in soon. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So right now we have a few different things going on in the Atlantic. We have current tropical storm Erin, and right now it's on a sixth advisory. Its maximum sustained winds are around 45 miles per hour with the minimum central pressure at 1,006 millibars. Located at 17 0 north, 38 3 W. Moving at 22 miles per hour west. And we have currently disturbance 2 with a 10% chance over the next 48 hours and 10% chance over the next 7 days, alongside a brand new disturbance that just got issued as well, which is disturbance 1 with a 10% chance over the next 48 hours and 20% chance over the next 7 days. So, currently, these two disturbances don't really seem to be, that important. But that doesn't mean that they're not a threat, because especially disturbance 2 seems that it could bring some heavy rainfall over parts of Mexico and Belize. Now, Tropical Storm Erin, as of right now, they have the cone, and it says Erin can move close enough to the northern leeward islands, Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico over the weekend to produce some impacts on these islands. However, the magnitude of these impacts are still not known, and the interest there should continue to monitor the progress of the storm. Number two, there is even greater uncertainty of what impacts might occur in portions of the Greater Antilles, the Bahamas, the east coast of the United States, and the Bermuda next week. As we approach the climatological peak of the hurricane season, this is the opportunity or opportune time to ensure your preparedness plans are in place. Now, um, Hurricane Erin or Tropical Storm Erin, for the advisory, it has been showing some weird signs with the movement. Um, it's not so. As you can see, the cone where it shows where it actually starts to curve is literally the end of this week, next Sunday or this Sunday, and that's where everything starts coming into play because the models have to keep trending, keep trending, keep trending. But we're starting to see a slightly west shift towards the Bahamas and parts of eastern United States. And so right now, a lot of people are mentioning how the shifts are starting to slowly happen with some other storms, and it makes sense. Right now, I'm not sure on what could happen. These are all models, advisories from the National Hurricane Center on Tropical Storm Erin. None of this is guaranteed because we're on 12th on Tuesday of August 12th. Nothing is guaranteed on Tropical Storm Erin, especially during the hurricane season, because it could show that it's gonna curve how they've been showing it usually. We're gonna get right into the tropical tidbits. We're gonna get into the models. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and even move it for a better view in North Atlantic. So as you can see right here, this is current tropical storm Erin. So as we move forward into the next couple of following days, where it slowly starts moving and it finally starts gaining the strength and it starts developing into a hurricane. Now, you can see how it starts just moving away right here. As you can see, a major hurricane, 958 millibars. And if we go a little closer in the western Atlantic view, with the millibars, currently is around 96 knots. So, relative category 3, almost category 4. And this is, a strong system. This is something that isn't something to play with, especially, if it keeps moving west. But you can see it starts developing, gets to strength, and then it starts moving north. And this is why a lot of people are concerned, because the models, for example, we have 12Z of today's run around 2 p.m. It starts moving north, and then but the thing that most people are pointing out is these high pressures and cold fronts that could potentially block the system. There's a cold front that's supposed to come over here. It's supposed to come here and block it. Now, the cold front, as far as I'm concerned, it would have to be perfect timing for it in order to happen. Again, this is a major system, so if it were to get pushed and go to the East United States, this could potentially just cause devastating damage. And over the next other models, we have some interesting things. For example, we have the European model, or the European model, artificial intelligence version. This model is showing it where it's a little bit more to the west, but it still moves away and doesn't touch land. But there's a second disturbance that starts to appear that starts gaining category 1 hurricane strength, and it makes landfall almost it makes landfall in the Keys, and then goes over the Keys into Tallahassee and then Georgia, and then moves its way north, because this is the end of the model run. It's 360 hours, so it can't go any further. But it shows it goes over Tallahassee, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, probably, as a disturbance as it weakens and dissipates later on. It becomes, and that's what the European artificial intelligence model is showing. And these are trends that have been showing for a little bit, especially with the Canadian model, where it was showing something similar. And one of the most recent of the model runs right here, as you can see, this disturbance right here. As it start, the vorticity is right here. You can see it has a little bit of vorticity to it. That system, I'm going to go to the 12Z model run. As you can see, it's not that one. Must be the 00Z version. Really, it's not that one. It shows it right here. You can see right there. You can see slight movement happening right about here. As you can see, and then we also have the American model as well, showing some tropical activity right here. As you can see, something comes from there, it starts developing right here, and it comes from around here because there's a system that's supposed to come behind, and it boomerangs right here. Which is this is the latest model run. I'm not sure on how far it would work, but those are the things that the American model tends to try and bring in to show you. As you can see, we get something right here, and there's another one right behind it, about here, and another one right here. You can see it moves over there, and then this dissipates right there. These systems are not something to play with, especially Tropical Storm Erin, which is forecasted to become a major hurricane eventually later on this week. We're going to go to Zoom Earth real quick. So you can see it's forecasted to become a Category 3, as you can see the cone of uncertainty, because just like how everything is, this is not guaranteed. No one knows where the system is going, and that's why some people are starting to, sound the alarms, which, I don't blame them, but at the same time, from past hurricanes, we shouldn't immediately jump into conclusions. But when you have a system that keeps trending in one specific thing, we tend to try and trust the models. This is just supposed to be a Category 3, a major hurricane. You see, it's supposed to become Category 1 eventually Friday at 2 a.m. And then around 2 p.m. of Friday, it's supposed to become a Category 2. And then on Saturday, 2 p.m., it's 110 miles per hour, reaching its peak as a Category 2. And then eventually later on Sunday, around 2 p.m., it's supposed to become a major hurricane at Category 3 strength. So it's supposed to curve over here and move away into Bermuda. But that's what's going on right now. So it starts moving and curving away, as you can see as well. We have disturbance 1 right here. So you can see, if we move it a little bit forward, it's supposed to move over Belize and parts of Mexico. And then we have disturbance 2 right here, with 10% chance over the next 48 hours and 10% chance over the next 7 days. It's not supposed to be anything major, and it doesn't seem like it has a chance of developing. This is just what we're seeing. But Erin is currently, from the models, from everything we're seeing, this might be a threat, and we're just making sure that we can keep a watch on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I gotta get some things to do. This is my first video back. It might be bad, it might be good. The point is to try and keep you guys updated on Tropical Storm Erin. And yeah, peace.